Wow, 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 my peoples. Breaking news. Daniel Dubois was forced to pull out of the fight, man, against Joseph Parker due to illness, caught a fever. I told you guys this thing is going around. I think that's what Floyd Schofield actually got sick of. It wasn't no poison cream or anything like that, guys. So, good thing about it, man, the fight remains exciting, right? I mean, I was looking forward to see Joseph Parker against Dubois, but Martin Bakole is definitely an exciting fighter, guys. He's coming off a beautiful TKO victory against Jared Anderson, who's a young, talented boxer. Unfortunately, in his last outing, he didn't look too good, so I think Bakole took his heart away already, and I don't think Jared Anderson actually had his heart in this game at all. You know what I mean? I think it was more of a showmanship for type of thing. No disrespect to him. Also, he's a young guy, but you could see it in in some of his fights, the way he was carrying himself. It looked like he was trying to be something else. Not really a champion boxer. We saw him in the interview with Roy Jones Jr. and he cried because he didn't want that type of pressure in his life. And that alone told me a lot already, guys, And Martin Bakole, he comes from the Congos, hungry fighter. He's coming in as the WBO international title. And he's ready to make another point again. He wants to make a statement again, guys, and it's going to be tough on Joseph Parker. Now, granted, listen, first, shout out to my boy Alex, who actually called me and gave me the breaking news. And my first reaction was, what? It is over for Parker. But I didn't mean no disrespect, and I actually take that back also and then Alex did text me back and told me, yo, but don't forget, Michael Hunter actually was outboxing him. And yeah, he's right. He's correct. That was a tough fight for Bakole, but Bakole didn't have the same experience at that time. And he was actually a little bit slimmer. He was a little bit slimmer in that fight. He wasn't as big as he is now. He's carrying a lot more weight now also. So that means trouble for Joseph Parker also. But once again, listen, Joseph Parker's been in there with some big guys. He's coming off a victory against Zillian Zhang, who's also 6'6", and is just as big as Bakole. And I will probably say a little bit more skillful because he has that Olympic pedigree. He also fought Deontay Wilder, right? Smacked him around. He actually dominated Deontay Wilder, exposed his footwork, his skills, Because Deontay Wilder, I've always said it, don't get me wrong. I love Deontay Wilder because he brought that excitement. He had that wet right hand. But he was actually, he had that novitiate, that novice type of boxing style. He actually, to me, still looked like an amateur in the pros. He also fought George Joyce. Now, that was a war. That was a big fight, man. I mean, credit to Joseph Parker in that fight. They had to stop it in the later rounds because George Joyce came in pretty strong. Is that going to happen against Martin Bakole? Yeah, that's the first thing that I thought about when my boy Alex actually told me about that fight because, it's reminiscent of what he did to Jared Anderson again. Now Joseph Parker, once again, he brings a lot of experience. He has a loss against Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was always a big guy, also 6'6", also the same size. But one thing about Joseph Parker is, he knows how to neutralize these big opponents' punchers with his movements. He jabs well. He put punches together well. He got dropped in the 3rd and the 8th round against Zhang. Again, another big guy, but he was still getting up and still fighting Zhang, still made it to the last round and won the decision because, he got that warrior spirit in him. He's an excellent boxer, smart boxer in that ring. When he fought Zhang, also, I think one of my criticism against Zhang in that fight was that he kept leading a lot with the straight left. Zhang is a southpaw. He wasn't really leading that fight with the jab, and I think that cost him the decision also. If he would have lead more with the jab in that fight with more authority also, I think he probably would have stopped Joseph Parker. Maybe, if he would have used the jab. The jab actually creates an open shots for you too, But Joseph Parker, we know what type of heart he has against George Joyce. Man, that was a war, man. They were really going at it. I think it was just the fact that he was a smaller guy in that fight and he succumbed to those punches that George Joyce was landed on him. So, props to Joseph Parker. That's why I think it is going to be a good fight now. You look at that fight against George Joyce, he's coming in with a little bit more experience and with a chip on his shoulder. Joseph Parker got something to prove, right? Because a lot of people maybe actually felt that he didn't deserve that win against Zhang. Now, Martin Bakole, again, coming off a big victory over Jared Anderson. And he's also accustomed to fighting guys that are actually the height of Joseph Parker at 6'4", right? He beat up Carlos Takam, even though Carlos Takam is another tough fighter. He destroyed another guy by the name of Tony Yoka. And again, he was in there against a young Michael Hunter. But if there was to get a rematch, Bakole would take Michael Hunter out now, because he's heavier, he's more skillful, he's bigger, And again, Martin Bakole, he has good technique, man, very good technique. He loves his left hook also, man. He throws those left hooks very, very accurate. And when he misses, you could actually hear the wind when he misses the left hook. He actually likes to come forward with the jab. He's very aggressive with the jab. He's very, very effective walking his man down when he's using that jab, and puts punches together also now, against Jared Anderson. He was landing some of those uppercuts also, and his uppercuts are very, very heavy uppercuts also, He's a little flat-footed, but that's okay. That's actually working out for him too. Like I said, he's improved since Michael Hunter. You actually see him a little bit flat-footed, moves his head a little bit more, uses his defense a little bit more, still holds his high guards up, He's a tough fighter, man. Bakole is coming to win, And listen, one thing I like about Bakole also, he's always consistently touching his opponent. You know what I mean? Always just keeping his jab busy, even if he's not throwing it hard, but sometimes he throws it hard to set it up for that right uppercut. So what is my prediction for this fight? Martin Bakole still got that momentum going, still big, heavy puncher. Once again, he's gonna come in and touch Joseph Parker with his punches. So I'm gonna predict Martin Bakole in the 10th or 11th round TKO. I think he stops Joseph Parker. Martin Bakole is actually more flexible than Joe Joyce. He's a better boxer than Joe Joyce also, so it's not going to be the same type of war. And one of the biggest weapons that Bakole has in his arsenal is the right uppercut and the left hook, something that Joe Joyce didn't really have. Joe Joyce is a little bit more of a standstill type of fighter, a little clumsy with his feet too, a little sloppy with his punches sometimes too. So again, Bakole is actually very accurate. He throws his punches well, turns his punches well. So Martin Bakole is my pick for the 10th or 11th round TKO. But again, Joseph Parker's a tough guy, good boxer. I wish him the best of luck. But I think Martin Bakole has this, man. But that's it for now, guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs button, the like button, and subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. If not, you could always critique me. I don't mind. I keep my chin down and my guards held high, and I always protect myself at all times. So I could take it, guys. I could take it. So don't forget, guys. Give me that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.